Close your eyes for a moment and picture the first person who comes to mind when you hear the word crush. Yes, that one person whose presence makes your heartbeat skip, whose glance can freeze time, and whose smile sends a chaotic flutter of butterflies spiraling in your stomach. As dramatic as it sounds, we all know that strange mix of excitement, anxiety, and euphoria that takes over when we start catching feelings for someone. That, in essence, is what a crush feels like. But what about those times when we redrawn to someone we know I senti right for, someone who triggers emotions we can't fully explain it? When that happens, it becomes important to ask a simple but revealing question. What part of me does this person awaken? Because sometimes the honest answer is trauma, and we don't even realize it. Today, we're diving into how trauma can subtly shape our attractions, influence our crushes, and reveal hidden parts of ourselves. At Psych2Go, our goal is to inspire, educate, and empower through mental health awareness. So, without wasting time, let's begin. Many of us have wondered at some point, why do I always fall for the same type of person? Or why is my taste in partners so questionable? Even if we don't say it out loud, we notice patterns that often stem from early life experiences, relationships, and unresolved emotional wounds. Carl Jung, the founder of analytical psychology, describes something called the shadow self, the hidden, unconscious side of us made up of rejected desires, repressed traits, and forgotten emotional pains, usually formed in childhood. These buried parts of our identity quietly shape our behavior, reactions, and, yes, our attractions. A great fictional example is Joe Goldberg from the series You. Joe appears charming, passionate, and intensely romantic, but underneath lies deep trauma and unresolved childhood wounds. His obsessive love isn't just about desire. It's about chasing an idealized version of the care, attention, and unconditional affection he never received. Each woman he falls for becomes a reflection of the loving, nurturing figure he longed for, and also the idealized version of himself he wants to believe exists. Joe doesn't recognize this pattern, but the audience does. Just like in real life, we often interpret other people's relationship cycles more easily than our own. Understanding who we gravitate toward and why helps us confront what's hidden in our own shadow. It reveals what unresolved experiences may be influencing our choices today. Sometimes a crush hits us suddenly, intensely, and inexplicably. It feels random, but psychology suggests it's usually not. One key factor is the similarity attraction, affected tendency to feel drawn to people who reflect something about us. This similarity might be positive and healthy, but in some cases it echoes deeper emotional wounds. A study conducted by Charles Koo at Boston University explored how strongly we connect to people who share our core beliefs. Participants interacted with a fictional person named Jaime, who either matched or disagreed with their opinions on sensitive topics like capital punishment, abortion, or gun rights. The study showed that the more someone believed their views came from a deep inner identity, the more attracted they felt to the fictional character who shared them. This psychological mechanism, called self-essentialist reasoning, means we gravitate toward people who feel like an extension of our inner self. But there's a darker side. Sometimes we unconsciously drawn to people who resemble past emotional wounds, people who mimic dysfunctional dynamics from our childhood. Without realizing it, we recreate patterns rooted in unresolved trauma. Every attraction has a story behind it, a reason, a trigger, a memory, or a shadow. When someone stands out to us, it's worth pausing and asking ourselves, why this person? What do they stir within me? Do they reflect something I'm missing, avoiding, or craving? This kind of introspection is the first step toward breaking old patterns, healing emotional wounds, and understanding our own psychology on a deeper level. So what do you think? Have you ever noticed a pattern in who you're attracted to? Share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Love to hear from you. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves and have a wonderful day.